Hello there, welcome to my humble little channel. My name is Adam Weir. Now, I would like to share with you the moment that God, the universe, source, revealed itself to me. Now, this was before I had my psychotic episode, so I would forgive you for saying that it was simply an hallucination. Maybe it was a hallucination, but hallucinations exist within the confines of the universe's construct. So everything that happens to you is fundamentally reality, even if it doesn't seem that way. That's just my belief. Now, how did God reveal itself to me? Well, all my life I have always felt like there was something more, like there was more to life, like there was something. Let me turn this Minecraft music down a little bit. I always felt like there was something more. There was something I wasn't getting, something I'm not seeing. When I was in primary school or secondary school or whatever you call it in certain places, we had assemblies and we would talk about God and Jesus and things like that. And the concept of God to me was always kind of like the concept of Santa Claus, just a myth, something that you kind of outgrow as you get older. But so I was an atheist, I guess you could say, for a very long time. And as I was walking through life and seeing synchronicities and patterns, things I can't even put into words because they're so intricate, I was slowly going insane. Because of it, I was becoming obsessed with the concept of the universe. And during the period before I went psychotic, I was absolutely obsessed with higher dimensions. I will talk about higher dimensions in another video, but I believed if I had to ascend to higher dimensions, I would have to control lower dimensions, like the second dimension. What is a second dimension? A video game, for instance. There's this video game called Hades, very very fun game. It's about Greek mythology. You play as the prince of the underworld, Hades the sun, Zagreus, and your goal is to escape the underworld. And in this video game, I believed that I had to control it so that I could master the third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, and higher up. And some strange things were happening whilst I was playing the game. In the game, you can dash infinitely, like a quick. You can move really quickly. In the game, you can only do it once or twice, depending on what build you're using. I was able to do it infinitely, which was a bit strange. Maybe it was just my brain filling in gaps because I was going crazy. But as I was playing the game, I was searching for something. I wasn't sure what, but I died in the video game. And now when you die in the video game, Zagreus, the Prince of the Underworld, the character you play as, gets taken by the river Styx and taken back to the House of Hades. Instead of that happening, when I died in the video game, Master Chaos, the primordial originator, essentially God in Greek mythology, he popped up on the screen after it went black, and it said, because God, the universe, does not have a gender, it is an energy that expresses itself as many different things. I'm going to turn this down again, sorry. It expresses itself in many different forms, male, female, non-binary, plant, or even as a non-binary human, which, if that's what you're into, cool, but anyway. It popped up on my screen, and it said, "I knew you would find me, Adam. I just didn't know when." Master Chaos, the primordial originator of the Greek universe, came to me and he used my name and he said it in its crazy godly voice, said my name. "I knew you would find me, Adam. I just didn't know when." Which blew my mind, but at the same time I almost was not surprised because I knew that there was something going on, there was a missing piece of the puzzle to the universe that I was missing. Now, I only realised recently that this was likely not an hallucination. I'm not saying it wasn't a hallucination, it might have been, but like I said, hallucinations are within reality, within the God consciousness, so fundamentally they are reality, it's just reality that's been bent. So, what strikes me the most is when he said, I just didn't know when. I knew you'd find me, Adam. I just didn't know when. So I only recently realised that God doesn't know everything because God created itself in the form of humans, plants, animals to understand itself and recognise itself as something that it's all connected, right? God doesn't know our next move. We have free will. God doesn't know what the outcome of humanity will be because it is working on that itself. It's experiencing itself and trying to evolve humanity and all life in the universe all together at once. So my awakening, my realization that God exists and that I'm God and that everything is God was pre-planned, but not... Sorry, it was guaranteed, but not specifically planned of when it would happen. It was up to me as a consciousness to see the signs and synchronicities all around me and interpret them the way that I so chose to, that led me to awakening and realise that, yeah, God exists. And when the universe had realised, okay, Adam has reached a state where he's realised that he is part of something greater, I'm going to reveal myself to him in the form of a character in a video game. Because I've spent a lot of my life playing video games, so the universe chose that as a medium to show itself to me in a way that was a little bit scary, but not too scary, just nudging me a little bit. So it chose the character Master Chaos God in the Greek mythology universe as a vessel to possess, to communicate with me. So, in that sense, yeah, God literally revealed itself to me. At least that's what I believe. Of course, I'm open to the fact that I'm totally crazy and it was a hallucination, but I do digress. I do not think that was the case, but that's just my belief, that's just my opinion. You're free to think whatever you want. Maybe I've just smoked too much cannabis in my time, who knows. I don't smoke cannabis anymore, I literally can't, because I'll go crazy. But yeah, that was really weird. Like, that will forever echo in my head. I knew you would find me, Adam. I just didn't know when. That will echo in my head until the day that I forget it. I was going to say until the day I die, but I might develop Alzheimer's, or I might live forever, and then I'll eventually forget it one day because I would by then I will be experiencing more crazy, otherworldly things that completely outperform a video game talking to me. So, what does this mean? It simply means that, yeah, the universe has recognised that I recognise that it exists, and it is slowly using the cosmic confusioning, a concept I've talked on before, to misalign me so that I don't wake up too quickly and I can gradually see the truth without overwhelming myself. So, yeah. I do believe if you start to look within and realise that you are part of something greater, the universe will start to slowly reveal itself to you through numbers, songs, media, people, weather, all these different things. The universe has an infinite amount of ways of communicating with you. It's just up to you to interpret the signals the way that they are intentionally supposed to be interpreted, which is down to your free will because you have the choice to think for yourself. But when you start to align with the truth that you are this conscious creator, you are the source, and you are just a spark of that source that's been projected into a human being, assuming you are a human being watching us, maybe there's aliens watching us, I don't know. The universe will slowly reveal itself to you. But that's just my belief, that's just what I think. You don't have to agree with me. It's just my experience. Like I said, maybe it was hallucination, maybe I'm totally off my head. Who knows? It doesn't matter because it's real to me, I think. But yeah, that's all I have for you for this video. I hope this was interesting. I hope it's inspired you to align with yourself so that the universe can communicate with you too. Just to be clear, I'm not special. I'm just a guy that happens to be spiritual, very spiritual. And it's a gift, I'd say. But have I chosen to be spiritual, or does spirituality choose me? That I'm still trying to figure out. But anyway, I'll leave you alone now. Stop getting high on YouTube and start getting high on life. May the universe guide you, which it will.